At the heart of the long and complex Israel-Palestine conflict, there is a person whose life is closely connected to the Palestinian struggle. This conflict has been a significant global issue for many years with many old problems, politics and social issues involved. But in all of this, we cannot ignore this man who stood as a symbol of resistance, determination and growth. He boldly expressed in the UN his dream of a single harmonious secular state where Muslims, Jews and Christians can live together in peace. When hope seemed lost, he attempted to establish separate states for Israel and Palestine to end the prolonged war. But for that, he was labeled as a betrayer and faced hatred. This man is none other than Yasser Arafat.
What we had agreed upon, that peace, real peace, far away of terrorism, of wars, for the sake of our new children. We want to live in peace with all our neighbors, including the Israelis.
Now let's explore the story of Yasser Arafat, who he was and how he made a significant impact on this conflict. Welcome to Nivipedia. Let's dig into this. This land has witnessed numerous wars and bloodshed with thousands of lives lost on both sides. Human rights have been violated. However, the root of this conflict dates back 3,500 years. Let's not delve into that ancient history. Instead, let's focus on the recent events. In the early 20th century, the British Empire aimed to weaken the Ottoman Empire and Turkey, focusing on Middle East. During this process, Palestine also faced significant changes. It came under the British control before gaining independence. However, in the days before and after World War II, a wave of Jewish refugees from various nations sought to establish a new homeland, desiring to include Jerusalem with Palestine. Initially, Palestinians were willing to sell their lands to the Jewish, but later they began to oppose it, leading to tension in Palestine. Around the same time as World War II conducted, the British were preparing to leave the region but sought to resolve the issue between the Palestinians and the growing Jewish population. Failing to reach a solution, the British referred the problem to the newly formed UN. In 1947, the United Nations made a significant decision to divide Palestine into separate territories for Israel and Palestine. This decision received a mix of support and strong opposition, escalating into a war. Palestinians received support from neighboring Arab nations, while Jews were supported by other Western countries, war veterans, and indirectly supported by Western superpowers. Instead of assisting the Palestinians, Arab nations focused on dividing the land among themselves, and that gave a setback to the Palestinian faction. This war marked a turning point in the Israel-Palestine conflict as it led to the establishment of states of Israel recognized by the superpowers of that time and the tragic situation of Palestine. This period was marked by a series of attacks and conflicts, causing many Palestinian people to become refugees, fleeing to places like Syria, Lebanon and Kuwait. Among these refugees was Yasser Arafat, who made it his mission to free Palestine from Jewish control. In the midst of this complex history, Yasser Arafat was born in Cairo, Egypt in 1929 to Palestinian parents. Although he was born in a foreign country, his family instilled in him a deep sense of Palestinian identity. At the age of 4, a significant loss, the death of his mother, led to a crucial moment in his life. His father sent him to live with his uncle in Jerusalem, bringing him closer to the ancestral homeland. In 1964, he helped establish the Palestine Liberation Organization to represent Palestinians on the world stage. Arafat believed in a multifaceted approach using armed struggle to draw international attention to the Palestinian cause. Arafat's leadership extended to the world stage, where he tirelessly campaigned for support of Palestinian self-determination.
You want me to treat our people as animals? I can't permit for you to speak with me in this language. I can't. You have to remember why they had moved. The visit of Sharon to our very important and religious place for the whole Muslims.
Israel's influential investigation department, once considered the most powerful in the world, had a significant role in shaping the political landscape. However, a significant development in the ongoing Israel-Palestine conflict was Palestine's success in challenging and eventually surpassing the influence of Israel's investigation department. This change had significant implications for the region. Palestine's ability to counter Israel's investigative capabilities showed how the dynamics of the conflict were evolving. While Israel had long been dominant, the resilience of the Palestinian people, represented by leaders like Yasser Arafat, contributed to the shift. In the midst of military campaigns, he was tirelessly seeking for other peaceful ways to sort the issue. This ideology was the only thing that set him apart from other various Palestinian leaders. Rather than prolonging the struggle, he wanted to find a solution for it. This made him iconic among world leaders too. Many recognized him as the great leader of Palestine. Because of Arafat's approach, the Israel-Palestinian peace negotiations started. Through that negotiations, in 1968, the PLO recognized Israel and accepted the two-state solution. This was a major shift in Arafat's journey, seen as a practical step forward advancing the Palestinian cause through diplomatic means. The signing of the Oslo Accords in 1993 marked a pivotal moment in the pursuit of Palestinian statehood. These historic agreements, signed between the Palestine Liberation Organization and Israel, established a framework for cooperation and a path towards self-governance for Palestine. The Oslo Accords led to the creation of the Palestinian Authority, which was granted limited control over parts of the West Bank and Gaza Strip. While the path to full statehood remains complex and unresolved because of Israel's stubbornness, Israel is not keeping the word according to Oslo Accords. That is one of the reasons that this conflict still pursues, and other one is being Palestinian extremists want the entire Jewish population and Israel state to be sent out of Palestine. In 1994, when Arafat returned to Palestine after the Oslo Accords, Palestinians celebrated his homecoming. He assumed the role of chairman of the Palestinian Authority, dedicated to establish self-governance for the Palestinian people. To Palestinians, Yasser Arafat was not merely a leader, he embodied their shared hopes and aspirations. He symbolized their unwavering determination to attain sovereignty and reclaim their homeland. His leadership on the global stage provided a source of hope, convincing Palestinians that their struggle could yield positive results. However, it's important to note that there were factions that opposed Arafat's ideology. They argued that Arafat's vision of Palestinians and Jews coexisting harmoniously within two states was an impossible dream, leading many to brand him as a betrayer. Within this opposition, a militant group emerged known as Hamas. In intricate landscape, the emergence of Hamas, a Palestinian militant and political organization, added further complexity to the conflict. Hamas, an organization opposed to Israel's existence, gained support among Palestinians who believed that peaceful negotiations were not effectively addressing their concerns. This division within the Palestinian leadership saw Arafat adopting for two-state solution and diplomatic efforts, while Hamas adopted a more confrontational approach, often resorting to violence. Yasser Arafat's life was defined by this unwavering commitment to the Palestinian cause, rooted in the deep sense of justice and the desires of his people. Arafat's leadership, marked by a willingness to embrace diplomacy and practical solutions, inspired hope among Palestinians. To add to this, Israel's failure to honor its commitments under the Oslo Accords was seen as a betrayal by Arafat. He was even placed under house arrest, and even when he passed away in 2004, they did not allow him to receive a proper send-off. Yet to the disappointment of Palestinians, Arafat passed away on November 11, 2004. However, Israel did not share the same sentiment, considering it as a relief from tension. They created significant challenges in organizing his funeral. This true warrior and leader, who had envisioned peace in the land of Palestine, bid farewell in the shadow of feeling betrayed by the greed of Israel and the intolerance of some Palestinians. In my view, his actions were not only correct but also incredibly courageous. He passionately championed the Palestinian cause on world stage, and through his unwavering determination made significantly progress in raising international awareness and gathering support for their struggle. Yasser Arafat's legacy serves as a reminder of the ongoing pursuit of justice and unyielding determination of people to determine their own destiny. Despite facing personal and political challenges, he remained dedicated, viewing the conflict as a deeply personal mission. His legacy endures as a symbol of bravery and determination in the quest for justice and self-determination for the Palestinian people.
لا تسقط غصن الأخضر من يدي.
لا تسقط الغصن الأخضر من يدي.
From his perspective, his life represented the enduring spirit of his people's pursuit of what they believed to be just. What is your opinion on Yasser Arafat's ideology? Comment your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.